Financial tip of the week, you guys. You guys already know that last year was a hectic year of traveling. Pretty much we couldn't travel. And so this year, everyone's looking to get out, and companies know that as well. So I asked my good friend, one of our latest and newest Ramsey personalities, come join us, because this man right here has some tips and some tricks to help all of us get out there, hit the beach, hit the country, hit the out of country travel on the low, and still have a good time. So, George, what's the first tip, trick of this week?
Okay, Anthony, you know I love a good deal.
Okay.
And it all starts with the flights.
Oh.
You got to get somewhere, right?
Okay.
And when it comes to flights, the companies know that we all want to travel.
Yeah.
So they're jacking up prices, which means we got to be more intentional than ever to make sure we're doing our due diligence and doing our research to get a good deal.
Okay, so where do we go?
I start with skyscanner.com.
Oh.
Skyscanner.com, there's also an app, and here's what they do. They're going to check with 1,200 travel companies to get you the best deal, and they don't use your data to jack the price up because they know you want to go somewhere. So I like starting there, and I like to also use Google Flights to see how it measures up.
Is that google.com/flights?
You can get there any way you do it. You can just go to Google and type in flights. It'll pop up. They know where you're going.
All right.
So on Google Flights, here's what I love about it. You can type in, I want to go from Nashville to anywhere. And I want to go for 2 weeks sometime in July.
Okay.
And so you can be real flexible. The more flexible you are, the better deal you're going to get. If you're going to, I got to go this date to this date to this location, well, you're kind of stuck with whatever flights are happening.
Love it.
So try to be flexible and use Google Flights and Skyscanner to kind of get a feel for what the prices should be.
Okay.
And there's one more I want to mention, and that's Scott's Cheap Flights.
Scott's Cheap Flights?
Scott's Cheap Flights.
I've heard of that one.
Yes. And here's the thing. The free version, they just send you one international deal per week. But if you're a big traveler and you want to go some places and you don't want to spend $1,000 to get out of the country, Scott's Cheap Flights, $49 a year. They'll send you all kinds of domestic, international deals, and they are legit.
Okay, so now Scott's Cheap Flights is flights, and does it have like packages in there sometimes?
It's got a lot, yeah.
A lot.
It's got everything in there.
Cool. So now we're talking about flights. 3 great stuff, and you guys don't worry about it. We're going to put all these tips and tricks in the show notes, so you don't have to worry about remembering them. But once we get there, we got to stay somewhere, brother.
Yes, and I know you, Anthony. I've traveled with you a lot.
Yes, sir.
We like to stay in nice places.
I'm a little bougie. I'm going to be real.
And we got to get our beauty rest.
Absolutely.
And so what I like to do is start with going to hotels.com.
I go there. Okay.
Hotels.com is a great baseline to kind of see what are the prices right now for the places I want to stay.
Okay.
And depending on your flexibility, you can go to Priceline.com, which is another one I love.
Okay.
And here's the hack for Priceline.com. A lot of people, they're scared to do the bid. You know, where you go, hey, you can actually bid.
You don't know where they're going to put you.
But I have a way to find out.
Shut up.
I know. So here's what you do. You search on Priceline like you're going to pay retail price for whatever they charge. But then on the map, you can see which hotels are planted where.
Okay.
So when you go to bid, it says, hey, it's going to be this hotel in this area. And you can go,
go back.
That's the same hotel I saw in this area of the map. So you basically can figure out where you're going to stay. And they say, it's a 4-star hotel. And that gives you another clue. So you use the clues, do your research, and then instead of paying $120, I can bid $80 or $90 and get that same spot for $30 cheaper a night. So there we go. I know. Now some people, Anthony, they like to live like a local.
Yeah.
So they go, I want to stay at a cooler place. I want to stay at an Airbnb. I don't want to stay at a big hotel downtown.
Yeah.
And so Airbnb can be a great option, especially in a major city where, Nashville, it's $350 a night at any hotel downtown.
Yeah.
But you can find a nice Airbnb right outside of downtown for $100 a night.
Love it.
$150 a night. Right. So do your research on Airbnb if you want to find a local place. Now, I know you and me, we don't like to have to pick up after ourselves, right?
No.
So sometimes a hotel's nice.
Yes.
Because you can just leave and not have to worry about, did I lock the doors? Did I put the laundry where it's supposed to go and make the host happy?
Yeah.
So that covers your lodging.
Okay. So now we get there on a good budget.
Yep.
We're staying there on a good budget. Now, brother, a lot of us like to get out, go hit the beach, go hit the clubs, go hit some restaurants. So in your expertise, because this is your field, how do we get around as when it comes to transportation?
Ooh, this is a fun one.
Okay.
Now, if you've tried to rent a car lately,
it's hard.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
because the rental car companies had to sell all their cars because of the pandemic to stay afloat, which means there's less rental cars than ever, and the car companies can't keep up with the demand. So here's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Use Uber and Lyft. You don't need a rental car if you're going to some of these major cities. Me and my wife went to San Francisco, and instead of renting a car and driving around in a crazy city that we're unfamiliar with and dealing with the stress of traffic and all these things, I want someone else to deal with that.
Yes.
And what we did was we did a lot of shared lifts.
Yeah.
And so you pay a cheaper price, and there might be someone else in the car. There might be a pit stop along the way.
Now, how often on a shared lift does it happen to where you have other people in the car?
I would
It's
say
not that often.
It was maybe 1 out of 3 times.
Yeah.
And they also have different ways where if you want to wait 15 minutes, it's a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
So again, flexibility is going to give you the best price.
Gotcha.
And so I like Uber and Lyft for getting around a big city. Now I understand if you're going somewhere where you got to go, 50 miles, then you might need to rent a car.
Here's why I like Uber or Lyft. Because when I land, I can go straight to my car and get picked up. And when I come back, I can get dropped off straight at the departure and go straight to my gate. When you rent a car, you got to catch a trolley. You got to catch a bus.
You got to leave an hour early just to do all that.
So it's like Uber and Lyft, that's a great option.
Yeah. And public transportation is awesome. I know a lot of people go, I don't want to ride a bus in a city. But let me tell you, riding public transportation, Anthony, I know you're bougie.
Yeah.
You want to be in your own little bubble.
I'm going to be real. I don't do it.
Well, let me tell you, I'm from Boston. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. By the time I was 13, I was taking the train into the city by myself, taking subways, taking buses to get home. And I like to live like a local. So if you're like me and you're not like Anthony and you want to live like the locals do, use public transportation. It could be $2 to get around the city instead of paying $200 a day for Anthony's rental car. So you choose your own adventure there. But I'm just letting you know, in a city, it's fun to do public transportation.
I may not do 200. You know what I'm saying? But I may drop 100.
Okay. Now, if you do have a car, like you do, I would use Gas Buddy. It's my favorite app. I use it all the time locally here, just in Nashville.
Is that an app?
It's an app, and it finds the best deal on gas around you.
Okay.
So if you're like trying to get to the airport and you got to fill your own gas, don't fill it near the airport where it's $3.50. Do it on the way there where it's $2.75. And so Gas Buddy will show in your area where the best place to get gas is.
So, George, one of the things I wonder if you have any tips on is I love package deals.
Oh, yeah.
But you could find great package deals that are real expensive. Then you can find some package deals that are real cheap, but then you also go to a very cheap place.
Oh, yeah.
So for our viewers who are watching this right now, and they're looking for all-inclusive, travel, lodging, food, are there any good places to go get good package deals?
Absolutely. Kayak.com is a great place to start. Everyone's heard of Kayak.
Yep.
So you can start there, but truthfully, I'm a Costco guy.
Costco.
If you know about Costco, it's a wholesale club. You might have one in your area. I'm a Costco member, and through Costco, there's this thing called Costco Travel.
Yeah.
And so they have travel agents, and they have amazing deals for packages. We did our honeymoon on Costco Travel, and we went to Cancun at a nice, 4.5-star, all-inclusive there, and it didn't break the budget. And we had a great time, and I just booked a trip to Cabo this fall. If you want to join, there's room, Anthony.
No, I'm single. You're married, man.
Okay.
I don't want to go
All
to
right.
married people.
All right, just me and my wife then.
Because,
So, here's the deal. Costco Travel.
Wait, I could go because I may find my wife on there.
Oh, boy. Listen.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right. Come along the adventure. So if you go to Costco Travel, here's what I love. A lot of people don't know this, but you can actually talk to humans still.
Yeah.
Right? We're all digital. We don't want to talk to people. But here's what I did. I went on Costco Travel, and I called the phone number. And I spoke to, this is all free. It's just their customer service. They're travel agents that work for Costco. And I said, hey, I want to go somewhere. Here's my budget. My budget's $2,500.
Yeah.
I want to go somewhere for a week. I want to go somewhere nice, 4-star and up. What is the best place to go? And she said, well, you're not going to be able to go to Aruba or Fiji, but Dominican Republic, Cabo, Cancun, those are going to be your best options. And I said, okay, what are the top 3 you'd recommend within that price range that are 4-star and above? She said, here's where I would go. She listed out the 3, and now it narrowed down my search to 6 places.
6 places.
Instead of 1,000.
Can you negotiate the price a little bit with them?
Well, what I can do is say, hey, can you tell me what the best dates would be to go for my budget? And so she can go, well, if you leave on a Sunday to Sunday, it's going to be $2,300. If you leave Monday to Friday, it's going to be $2,400. And so they can actually, on the back end, do that. And you can also do it yourself right there. But it really helped narrow down my search because, truthfully, the reason why people bust their budget is because they're lazy. They don't want to do the research.
Don't want to do the research.
And so I understand that. No one wants to spend 7 hours planning their trip.
Right.
So get on the phone. Help get you to a place where the 6 places you want to research. Look at the reviews. Look at what people are saying.
Yeah.
And we found a great place in Cabo, 7 nights, and I think it was $2,200 for a 4.5-star resort.
4.5 star.
All inclusive.
$2,200.
Yes.
Flight, room, and food?
I did my flights through Southwest.
Okay.
But we did our honeymoon, flights included. They have transportation included from the airport to your resort, and it was fantastic. So you can get really good deals with your flights included on Costco Travel.
Woo!
It's a lot, I know. Let's go. I'm ready to go somewhere. I'm getting excited.
I am. So, listen, man, this is the financial tip of the week. I want to help you get out there, hit the beach, have a good vacation this year, the rest of this summer. But I want you to do it on a budget, but still have a good time. So, George, as we end this tip, end it well with us. Just sum it all up for us.
Okay, here's the deal. Know what your budget is going in.
Yeah.
Don't go, well, I really want to go on this trip, so I'm going to spend $5,000 now. No, set your budget. We got $2,500.
Yeah.
Here's the time frame we want to go. Be as flexible as possible. Don't go over your budget, and do your research. Because when you do your research, you're going to find a better deal, and you'll know you're not getting ripped off. I hate that feeling of going, I could have got a better deal, but I don't know. I was rushed. So here's the big thing. I don't want people to come back home with debt. I want you to come back home with a smile on your face, and for me, a tan would be nice.
I don't know about a tan. I'm already black enough, and I don't want to get any more blacker. And you guys, this is what we're going to be doing every single week. We're going to be dropping some financial tips to really help you hit your financial goals, hit your life goals, and even travel around the world. And with George coming on once a month, he's going to be giving us some hacks right here at the table on how we can get out there and really hack into shopping, gas, traveling, you name it. So do me a huge favor. I want you to drop in the comments below what are some hacks that you want to know, so George or myself can give you some every single Monday on the financial tip of the week. And make sure y'all go follow our latest and newest Ramsey personality, who is doing some amazing things. He has a dope podcast coming out here in the fall called The Fine Print. He's the lead on that. I'm so excited.
Thanks, bro.
Yo, it's your boy Anthony O'Neal. We're keeping it real, relevant, and relatable right here every single Monday, and we'll see you next week.